Hello world and welcome to Glenn's annual issue of Inbound 2020. So for those that don't know, Inbound is HubSpot's annual conference in Boston. And obviously due to the impacts of COVID, this year didn't take place in Boston, but as many industry giants are doing, the exhibition was hosted online through a virtual event from Boston, leveraging all the usual means in terms of breakout rooms, roundtables, partner events, etc. So in a little while, I'll show you the virtual environment they created to do that, and I'll bring you some highlights from the Inbound 2020 event this year. Product releases have been flying around, a lot of excitement around awesome features that the entire community has been waiting for. So the team at HubSpot came up with this sensational, in my opinion, virtual in terms of how you engage with people at the conference, how you build your own profile, and we could obviously engage for those of you that did do this. But I think the most important takeaway is the product launches and just the overview of the announcements, and amongst the many conferences and sessions that went on and roundtables that took place. I'll bring to you now just some in the notes below. I've put the URLs to these two resources, but probably most importantly is this new features resource, HubSpot.com. And the biggest launch was in fact the HubSpot Sales Enterprise features coming. Now what's tricky is the enterprise word makes you believe that the product is only for enterprise level businesses, but the confusion is that these are enterprise level features that are really jam-packed into the tool now. And in terms of the sales hub and the sales tools features, the biggest bang for buck is around AI and reporting that have been exposed. Another huge feature was the marketing contacts. So a big trouble and a challenge that HubSpot have always had is high pricing costs on a contact basis. In other words, for every 1,000 contacts you bring into the system, there's a tiered pricing structure. And they realize that a lot of businesses might need the contacts in their CRM system, but they don't need to market or email to those contacts necessarily, or need to email to a small portion of them. So they've introduced marketing contacts, which allows a business to specify which contacts need to be marketed to, and the rest can be kept and used in the CRM system for other purposes, segmenting, perhaps add segments and audiences in the ads tool, but not necessarily in email communications. And so you can specify between contacts you want to market to and contacts that just live in the CRM, which is a game changer, and it doesn't impact costs and fees. The next big tool is a formal release. This has been in the platform for a while, of account-based marketing. So high revenue enterprises with large teams and huge average value per sale contracts need to be using account-based marketing. And whilst this exists in a lot of HubSpot's competitors, there are a lot of industry-first tools and features and commonsensical tools that they've bundled around the function of account-based marketing, which allow bigger businesses to effectively hunt and prospect their bigger customers as a collective through account-based marketing. So there's a whole lot of features, great bang for buck in the Sales Hub Enterprise features there across the CRM. There's a lot of new features in terms of AI and advanced workflow coming out in the months ahead. I suppose the release was that those features are being developed. Some are slowly being trickled through on beta versions of the software and the like. And then the big other launch was the content management system. HubSpot's really ramped up in terms of competing with the likes of WordPress or even some e-commerce platforms. They've stepped up in a massive way across, display, themes, design, being able to create modules, have memberships, passworded pages, you name it. The CMS is now fully functional compared to most of the industry. Another big advance in the Sales Hub, and something they're kind of going head on with, is other giants in the CRM space, the Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics. HubSpot's goal is to compete on that level, and the features now back it all up. So in terms of a wrap up from me, that's pretty much it. Do head over to this page. There's some awesome resources in the way of presentation slides that were presented, and you can access those at the bottom of the page here across all the different hubs, and it would be a great value add to just spend some time going through the highlights there. So I hope you found this useful. As always, do feedback, comment, share, and look forward to connecting with you in the ecosystem. We also understand a lot of businesses have grandfathered into certain HubSpot products. It can be quite overwhelming, and with this host of product, certainly the last Inbound they released integrations, App Connect partners, and there's a huge play in terms of technology, integrations, how the tech works. And so anyway, here at Lupo, we understand these challenges are quite massive, and whether it's just a hand, some advice, or you need some training on specific aspects of the practical implications of the platform, or new teams transitioning in and out, we're always here to help. Please reach out if we can. Look forward to catching up and hearing from you in due course. Otherwise, stay tuned and we'll be in touch on social soon.